Welcome back, New World Adventurers. Today, before I get started with the video, I'd just like to say thank you to all my current subscribers and to also all the new subscribers the channel's gotten in the past week or so. Almost 100, so that's pretty cool. I do enjoy making content. I'd like to branch out. I am married with a wife and 9 children and work 55 to 60 hours per week. So that being said, if you have any tips that can help me with things I need to improve on, things I do well, things like you like to see change, please leave them in the comments. Without further ado, we'll get into today's video. Okay, for today's video, this will be the second installment of, I'll call it the gold making / gold saving / farming video series, as sometimes the main component won't be worth a lot of gold because it fluctuates a lot or there's a lot of bots out there farming the items. But each of these video series items will have other things that can be farmed at the same time with them to get you a little bit more gold on the same time. You'll need these items regardless. So here we go. Since in the first part of the video series we farmed rawhide, it's only logical that we progress to the next step and farm thickhide. Now, thickhide on its own isn't worth a lot of money. You could farm other things and then just buy it. But I have 10 routes here. Last we had 6 routes, so this time I have 10, where you can farm thickhide with many other resources. Please stay tuned to the final route, as it has an infinite loop of thickhide with several different mob types, some treasure chests, as well as 4 to 5 other farmable resources. You can make the most money with that route. Okay, so I'll keep all these spots kind of in order. The first spot will be in Brightwood, then will be 3 in Cutlass Keys, 1 in Weaver's Fen, and 4 in Restless Shore. So this spot is in the northeast side of Brightwood. So you just go to the capital and head up to the Greyvale Grotto where the bears are. There's also a lot of starmetal veins here. You can farm around a circle around the lakes there in the Greyvale Grotto. There's also a notorious monster elite bear that's up there on the border with Morningdale. Now as you run around the area here killing the bears, you're going to find a lake that's kind of a little bit farther northeast, and you can just go around that, and there's like 8 or 9 bears around that. You can see they each give you usually between 20 and 30 thickhide. You're going to get some game meat as well. You might get some fur and also some of the prime bear meat, which is good for the cooking recipes. So you get that stuff. You can probably get a couple thousand per hour here, as well as there are some wordwood trees off to the distance, and then you have starmetal veins up along the cliff if you like to farm those as well. You can even stop and fish in the lake if you wanted to. So on to step 2. Okay, for spot 2, we're going to head to Cutlass Keys. This used to be a very popular spot for the rawhide until they changed the mob levels. So you go to the Marsh View Shrine, and you're just basically going to run a circle around where the shoreline is, and you'll have gators just totally everywhere, as well as the alligators, where you're probably going to get about 3,000 thickhide per hour. You're also going to have banana trees to chop down, so you can probably knock out another 1,000 gold an hour worth of banana trees. So this is a good spot. It's also some boars, some cougars for extra thickhide, as well as herbs. And since this is Cutlass Keys, we have things such as mint, which sell for a decent price. Also a couple treasure chests if you want to run off to the edge there. So just basically make a loop around this and you'll get 2, 3, 4,000 an hour, plus the herbs and bananas. So this is a good gold making spot. Now on to spot number 3. So like I said, for spot number 3, still in Cutlass Keys, we're going to head to the Balmy Veld Shrine. And this place will have tons of banana trees as well for extra gold. So you're going to be killing the alligators that are along the shoreline. And then if you travel up along the rocks, you're going to find tons of boars, cougars. There are tons and tons of herbs here. There's some iron ore nodes. See, there's a boar there. A couple of these will be a little bit lower level, so you might get a few rawhide in between. And so I would just go around the circle around the ledges here and do the farm, hit the banana trees, and then kill all the animals for the thickhide. And then there's lots of fibers and some scorched stones and things like that as well. And then this will transition us into the next spot, which is the dogs up here in Fort Ramos. So that's spot number 4. We head up to Fort Ramos on the map, which is just north of that shrine, and there are tons of those dogs. And each of those drop 15 to 20 thickhide. And then you'll see there's some fiber up here as well. And there's a little bit of star metal that runs along the cliff. So this is a good area to make some extra gold. So I would farm up here to make 3,000 or 4,000 thickhide per hour plus the extra stuff. So you can make a couple thousand gold an hour fairly easily. Then have all the materials you need to go through your leather working, since we already have rawhide from the first video in the series. We'll have our thickhide now, and then we can progress through to make for our daily cooldowns. Alright, so spot number 5, we're going to head now to Weaver's Fen, to the Dusty Paws Burrow, which is in the very north section. You can go up there to the shrine and then just travel to the north. There's also some fire salamanders as soon as you get there. then there's tons and tons of wolves. So you can get 3,000 or 4,000 thick hide per hour fairly easily. As well as that, I think there's some silver ore nodes around, and then there's some of the soul spires for the life motes. So there's also some elk and deer here that you can kill as well. So you can get a pretty good, decent amount of thick hide per hour here. So I just basically run a loop around the little cave there. Okay, for spot number 6, we're in Restless Shore, and this is probably the most popular spot that anybody's ever farmed thick hide at. It's called Boar's Home, so it's just an area with tons and tons of boars with a elite boar in the middle. There's also some ironwood trees on the outside of it, and then tons of star metal. And if you go down a little bit farther south, there's also banana trees. So there's a lot of banana trees in these areas, which is pretty cool. So you want to first start out, you want to cut down these ironwood trees. And there's actually 3 of them that pop there. So you can get about probably 500 ironwood the time you're here in an hour. And then you want to run over here to this camp you see where all these boars are running around. Basically round them up, or you can kill them single if you want. Tons of them. A lot of them are annoying because they get the slimy, but they're very, very easy to kill. So you just go around this camp killing these boars, and when you're finished with that, you can go down the ledge there to the bottom, and there's tons of star metal ore, and then the ledge right up above there is star metal ore. So here you're going to get 20 to 30 thick hide per mob. I think there are 12 boars and then the 1 elite boar. So you can easily get 4,000 or 5,000 an hour. This is a very good place for that. And then since the thick hide doesn't sell super well, and you're using it mainly for your crafting, so we're going to call this a gold farming, saving type crafting series. You're going to make a lot of money off of the star metal when you get that, because you can get a couple thousand an hour here doing that. So just basically run around killing the boars, skinning them, getting the meat. You get some juicy ham hocks as well for cooking, occasional armor piece, and there's a treasure chest, and then you'll hit the star metal for extra gold. And for spot number 7, we're going to stick in the Restless Shore area. We're going to go back to killing some gators again. Basically, from Boar's Home, you're just going to drop down the ledge there to the south where there were all the star metal. You're going to run around, circle around this. There's banana trees up on the ledge to the left. There's 8 or 9 gators here, as well as some of the scorched stones. And then there's a whole bunch of spin fiber if you're interested in getting that. So you can get that for your higher tier crafts. So you're going to run a circle around this, getting the spin fiber, and you're going to get about 25 or so thick hide, so another 3,000 or 4,000 an hour. And then you can run up as you're waiting for them to spawn again. You can gather that spin fiber in your circle, or some of these slime caps as well. And then while you're waiting for everything to respawn, you can just hit the bananas up on there. I know that's a crazy thing right now. Everybody's into the bananas, but you still can make some gold off of it. So you can probably get another 1,000 to 2,000 bananas in an hour or 2 period of time. So you can really make good gold. Because those surprisingly still are selling for about 4 gold per, I guess, because people are using them for furnishing leveling for the last 5 levels, and as well as the aptitude crates. So now we're going to stick with the same area, and we're going to hit spot number 8. All right, sticking with the same theme, this spot is in the same area. You just go to the Sisyphus Shrine like you would to get to the Boar's Home or the other previous area. And we'll head a little bit to the west to Fang Snap's Den. And there are tons and tons of wolves around here. 15 to 20 without a proficiency booster, around 20 with a proficiency booster normally of thick hide. So you can get tons and tons of these, probably 4,000 or 5,000 an hour if you hit it pretty good. There's also a lot of fiber around this area. A lot of people farm their hemp here for their fiber plants. And then there's also some deer. There's a few of the salamanders. And then the cliff, once you get up to the top where the Fang Snap's Den actually is, a couple treasure chests in there. I think gold ore veins in there, and then also along that cliff there are a bunch of star metal. So if nobody's farming the star metal, you can make a lot of extra gold just doing that at the same time as hitting these. So after we hit this spot, we're going to head to my favorite spot, which you can make tons and tons of gold at because there's multiple resources to farm at the same time as the thick hide. So here we go. Like I said, this is my favorite spot. It's going to be in the same Restless Shores area. You can go to the Polder Shrine in another territory, or Shrine of Sisyphus, and it's kind of in the middle. It's the Claw Point Ruins and the fields around it. So here you're going to have wolves, you're going to have bison, so you're going to get tons and tons of rawhide. You're also going to have fiber, you're going to have some elemental motes, you're going to have turkeys. So if you want to eat your luck food and have your luck gear on, you can skin those and get some of the green and blue, the poultry breast and the poultry thighs, which one sells for about 18 gold right now, and the other for 7 or 8 gold. They're using I think the crispy chicken recipe for one of the trade skill boosts, one of the new recipes. So you're going to run around. Those bison give you like 30 to 40 thick hide. And then, of course, the wolves give you around 20. And then if you run out of mobs here, or if you have competition, you can always grab that fiber, and then you can head inside of the claw point runes itself, and the links there drop about 20 per as well. So you're going to grab the fiber, all this thick hide, you're going to kill the crap out of those turkeys and get some poultry breasts and things of that nature, hopefully, so you can make a lot of extra gold. There you go, just like that right there. And since it's Turkulon event right now, you get some of those treasures. And then also I forgot that there were some herbs around here. So you get rosemary. I think thyme is another one here. You're always going to get the hyssop as well for people to use for arcana. So this spot here is very, very good to make gold. So, and for some reason, I called it spot 10. I don't know why. There's only 9 spots in the video. I think I must have clumped 2 spots together. So thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate it very much. All the old subscribers, new subscribers alike, please continue commenting. Let me know in the comments what else you'd like to see. This series will continue with one of basically every item. So I already did rawhide, thick hide. We'll hit iron hide, dark hide next, and then we'll switch into maybe some of the harvesting stuff. And yeah, when you go into this cave here, you can get treasure chests as well. And I must have had some sort of a quest active because I've got markers here. But anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate it very much. Consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.